Live. All right, what's going on, family? Gonna get this kick started in just a moment. Hey, for everyone watching this either live or you're watching this on a recording, you know, as always, I'm sending love, right? All right. It's actually the first time I have set up a live, so work with me here, just double checking that it is a-okay. Typically, I just go live. They said I need to give at least a week notice for it to, get out here to everyone. However, I think this information is just that important. They don't want to plan it and push it off. They know what is said about procrastination, right? Then I put it off for next week, and all of a sudden something comes up. As a matter of fact, something big is happening next week, and I believe I will come live again, which will be in relation to what I'm going to share with everyone today. So welcome everyone. Those who are joining now, those who are joining later, those who are watching on the replay. Haha. All right, I'm gonna dive into this because I definitely don't want to drag this out. All right, what's going on, family? Alton Patterson here. You know your boy is in the house. And I believe I have some exciting information to share. For those who are joining this call live, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. For those who are watching this on the replay, as always, nothing but love. I want to make this a quick call. For the mere fact, in having some conversation with some friends, I realized many people are not aware of what's really happening. And my mom always told me common sense isn't common. And I believe so many times we are so focused on what we're doing in the life we're living, in the day-to-day bus, that, especially based on what we have learned in the past, we hold on to old traditional things, and the world is shifting. And if we are not open-minded, we end up being left behind. So, I believe for an absolute fact that life is made up of opportunities, and the thing is, many times it comes in a form where we miss it. As it's always said, it seems like it comes in an overall, and most people don't want anything in an overall, right? They want it to be just laid out, and they know, okay, this is it. This is how it works. This is the end results, and this is the guarantee. But we can all agree life isn't always like that. And in having a conversation with a friend recently, I am not by any way, shape, or form a financial advisor. All right, let me make sure I get that out the way. I am not here to give financial advice. I just want to share my personal testimony, and I want to share what I believe it's equally as important as my testimony to share with you. We all share all kind of things on social media, and that's why it's important. But in having that conversation, something that was brought to light is the fact that only 1 out of 4 right now statistics show that are on track to having a retirement where they can just sit back, relax, and ride off in the sunset. So 1 out of every 4 person that you are thinking of right now isn't set for retirement. And how do they qualify that you are ready for retirement? First and foremost, it is saying that if you have worked at least 10 years, you should have at least 1 year salary saved up. Now think about that. That's quite a bit, right? At least 1 year salary saved up. And with the cost of living going the way it is, how is it possible to have that done? And they're saying by the time you are 50, you should actually have 3 times your salary saved up. And let's be honest, with the cost of living where it is right now, how many people believe that even saving 3 times of your salary will be enough for retirement? I know for an absolute fact that most people who are watching this, um, we can all agree that's not the case. And this is not to bash anything or put anything down. The reality is things are changing. Life is changing. Things are getting more expensive. There are emergencies. There's just all kind of different things that happen. And if we constantly are attempting to save, but at the same time we are pulling from that savings and we're pulling more to go out than what is coming in, then how is it possible to be able to have savings? And if you think about it, I always speak about taxes. Right now it's a tax season for many in the US. But you think about taxes, the reality is you get tax when you earn it, you get tax when you spend it, you get tax when you save it, you get tax when you invest it, you get tax when you withdraw it. You just get taxes all the time. So that even by saving your money, what is happening? You're still getting taxed. There's money still going up. So it's always important. It is said that you have to have multiple streams of income, right? And what are some of these multiple streams of income? The different investment, maybe um, rental property. There are many people who are now doing like Airbnb. You may be investing in the S&P 500. You might be doing some bonds, some EFT. It might be digital assets, maybe stocks. But it's all about multiple streams of income to make sure that if one income is down, then two is up. If three is up and two is down, you're still okay. And when you watch what is happening right now, for example, in the US, for those who are joining from the US, many people right now are about to be out of a job. Not that they have done anything wrong, at least that we know of, but just for the fact that there is just some shift that's happening. And if you think about it, just stepping away from even the government, for example, look at AI. AI itself is replacing many people's jobs. But will it get rid of everyone? No, I don't see that happening. However, is it replacing? And why is it doing that? It's for the mere fact it doesn't need vacation, it doesn't need insurance, no sick time, it works 24 hours. So, as human beings, we need rest to be at our optimum performance. And if we're not realizing what's happening, the shift that's happening around us, to be able to position yourself for the future, then chances are we will be left behind. And I can tell you, it's one thing we can all agree on is the mere fact that debt is always going to be there, right? Let's agree. How can you really save and put things aside without worrying about, maybe the mortgage, maybe your rent, maybe insurances, groceries, utilities, and these are things that show up every single month, regardless if we have the money. And as I was having that conversation with my friend the other night, I think a few things really hit him. It's for the fact he's like, Alden, I never looked at it that way. And I can tell you, my mom, loved my mom dearly. She taught me in high school for a few years as well. And as much as my mom loved me, there are certain things she couldn't teach me. She guided me in the right path. She put me in the best position to win when it came to education. But the reality is, there's a lot of things she didn't teach me, and I had to learn it on my own. And I don't know if you find yourself in that position, but that's the reality of most people. And many times, for the fact that what we have been taught as a child, as we grow older, we tend to say, you know what, I wish I had done this earlier. So how many people find themselves in that situation? And for that, it's the reason I said, I would love to just share with everyone what is it that I'm doing, why I'm excited outside of being an entrepreneur. What is it that I'm doing and how could it benefit everyone? So I wanted just to share, how I got involved with a company that I believe I see what is happening. It's a game changer in the crypto space. Now, before you panic, um, open up your mind. Open up your mind. The mind works best like a parachute when it's open, right? A friend of mine reached out to me back in 2020 and they simply said, Alton, I want you to take a look at something. And like many of you, I was a skeptic. I was, when it came down to this whole thing of crypto. However, I took a look and I realized it's different. And without understanding everything, I decided, you know what, I'll put some money in. And I realized in doing that, the platform was doing pretty well, and I earned some funds, and I was like, this is cool, right? Because any extra income was good for me. Now, fast forward 2022, another dear friend reached out to me and he asked if we were interested in paying our brand ambassadors in our company with crypto. And obviously, for the mere fact it make things easier for cross-border transaction, versus all the offices that we have had to put in places, registrations, license, overhead, employees, bank accounts, everything that was happening, it made sense for us. So as a business owner, we decided to take a serious look at the company, and we did. And with doing that, what we realized was we were able to position not only ourselves as investors in the company, but we had a problem solved. And that's where typically where people who want to win, they find a problem and then they come up with a solution for that. And that friend that shared with me, he truly put us in a position that allowed us to win. So we got involved, and at the time, the company was offering stores, future stores that would be opening in Europe, earning from ATM machines, from their exchange. And I really like the concept. I love the fact that it was backed by real world assets. It wasn't like other tokens that we have seen and heard or maybe invested in, where they're saying they were doing this with the token, or it was based on speculation and excitement. It was just plain and straightforward. This is what we have, and this is how you earn from what is currently there. And for that, I decided to partner with the company back in June of 2022. And I can tell you, never would I believe all the options what are available today that they would be, for the mere fact they weren't in 2022. They were not even discussed, was not an option. However, the visionaries behind the company truly had something in mind, and I can tell you, it blew my mind. So I got involved with the company, Miracle Cash and More. That's the name of the company. And just looking at what they were offering, I realized that the company itself was a unicorn in the crypto space. And that's the reason why I said you have to listen with an open mind, for the mere fact that their company is in Silicon Valley, if you think about it, that invest in companies hoping that they could find a unicorn. And I can tell you, for me, I believe that I found a blueprint in this space with what a company is doing. And there's a book that I pulled down, that it's called Blue Ocean Strategy. Guys, you should check this out. And I believe with Miracle, I have found a blue ocean strategy, and I want to encourage you. If you think about this, when you think of where is it when you want to research something, where's the first place you go? If you said Google, that's correct. If you're thinking about sending money internationally, what might be the first company that comes to mind? It might be Western Union, for example. If you might be thinking about shopping online, what's the first place that would come to mind? It's Amazon. Yeah, there's Alibaba, there's others out there now. And when you think about SpaceX, who comes to mind? Elon, right? Now, you might not like him, maybe you do, but either way, there are certain names that when you hear them, there's something that automatically triggers, and you're saying, whoa, yes. And I believe that's what Miracle will be, for the mere fact that what the company has done is create so much success and so much accomplishments over the last 2.5, almost 3 years that I have been involved. And I can tell you, when I got involved, there was only 4 options that were available. And today, as I speak to you, the company has 22 different companies, 22 different entities that are sitting under the umbrella. And that is exciting. And why is that exciting? Is for the mere fact that they have actually envisioned what the goal was of the company, and not only they envisioned it, they have put it in place with multiple things. And some of these things, I won't go into everything, but some of these things is purchasing a shell company on the NASDAQ. So now the company will be going to be listed with publicly traded, where you own shares in the company. The company also is the only one at this time that's licensed and regulated with MiCA in Europe. And that's a big deal, because why? They regulate the entire European Union, unlike even the US that does not even yet have regulations in place where crypto is concerned. So that's a big deal to know that we are the first there. We also are the first to have stores in Cyprus, Amsterdam, Germany. Turkey's about to be open, and even Amsterdam, we are the only store now that you're able to walk in and buy crypto on the street or exchange crypto for cash. The only company. This is a big deal. That's another first, right? When we think about also Miracle Estate, where you're able to purchase properties in northern Cyprus with cryptocurrency, that's a big deal. And they have also just broken grounds on a hotel residence crypto casino, the first of its kind in the world, where you will be able to go to a casino, again, real world asset, walk in into a profitable industry, and be able to do what you do best when you go to a casino. So, as you wrap your mind around these things, the company even have a token, which is called the Phoenix token, and it's backed by all these 22 different entities. Now, when you think of other tokens out there, there might be other tokens that are backed by real world assets, but as I speak, we're speaking about real world assets that you can go in, you can touch, you can look at, you can speak to someone. That is massive. And you see, this company has been around since 2017, and the CEO behind the company has been 40 years in the financial space. So when you're looking at the track record, it's important to understand they have recently just rolled out Miracle Bank. So yes, we are in that fintech space, in the crypto space. That is massive. Being in the financial services liquidity pool, which will allow you to, can store your assets and get higher profits than having it sitting in the bank. And one of the cool things that the company has recently done is just locked in some amazing deal with processing companies. And let me ask this question to you, although I won't see how you guys will respond. Maybe you could respond. But when you go to shopping, let's say you're purchasing some clothes, or going out for dinner, or maybe paying a utility bill, or paying for groceries, do you typically tap your card, insert your card, or swipe your card? Chances are you're doing one of the three. Am I correct? Now, think about this. You typically will see these machines, but not realizing, but the very next time that you go to the store and you are shopping and paying, take a look at that machine the next time. It might say Verifone, Ingenico, Pax, CVR. It's going to be one of these fours. Why? Because there's collectively over 100 million of these globally in 120 countries worldwide. So chances are you have used one of these. And if you're saying no, you haven't, well, if you have been to a Walmart, you have. And those are in the US, right? For those who are other parts of the world, guys, think about it. When you pay your cell phone bill, whatever it might be, you're paying on one of these machines already. Well, the company, Miracle, now is the only one in the world with this partnership with these POS machines, as we call them, that provide the software that allow them to accept cryptocurrency. Let that sit in. You see, now when you walk into the stores, typically you'll see that sign, Visa, MasterCard, American Express accepted here. Well, now you'll see the sign, crypto accepted here. And if you're thinking crypto is not a big deal, let me say this to you: do your own research. Just a decade ago, there was only 10 million users in the crypto space. Now it's 560 million and counting. So when you have a problem and you have the solution, that's what makes this such of a unicorn of an opportunity. That's the reason when now in the future, you see, right now, it's not happening globally. It is happening, but not everywhere right away, right? Like myself, I have my own crypto card, right? That when I go and I purchase, there are transactional fees. When I top up, there's transactional fees. When I withdraw from the ATM, there's transactional fees. There's always transactional fees, and that's how we get paid from those. So when you think about this, through those machines, we are able to earn 7 days a week, 365 days a year for life. That's what this company is offering you. There's no monthly fees, there's no overhead. It's just straight. You are able to make an investment one time to become an investor, and guess what? You are able to get paid for life. They're transferable, they're inheritable, and they're sellable. Now, what could you do? Just to throw some numbers out. And guys, like I said, go to Walmart. It could be even one of their subsidiaries. You have Walmart in the US, you have Walmart International, you have Sam's Club, you have Bodica, Leader, there's Game, there's Macro, which is right here in South Africa, guys. Builders, which is just like Home Depot. Uh, they're here. They're already, we are already going out and tapping our cards, inserting our cards, right? We're already doing that action. So what about getting paid the next time that you use your card, or when others around the world use their cards? That's the opportunity at hand. And I just want to throw some number out there. If you think about this, just imagine that in Genico, they sent a message out to Walmart, all right? And Walmart said, yes, they want to accept cryptocurrency in their stores. And just imagine that it's 1,000 stores. And each of these stores are doing $200 per day, right? Now, at 1,000 stores with $200 per day in profits, that's $200,000 per day over 1,000 store collectively. So just think about that. In a month, that's over 6 million. That's over $6 million, right? And we get to tap into that. Now that's just Walmart. What about if you're in the US and it's a Publix? What happens if it's a Burger King, a McDonald's, a KFC? Guys, are you seeing where we're going with this? What about if it's airline, Delta, American Airlines, Emirates, for example? That is the power of what the company is offering. Again, you have nothing to do. You simply invest, you purchase one of the machines, and have the opportunity to be able to get paid 7 days a week, 365 days a year for life of transactional fees. So it's all about getting yourself positioned and being a stakeholder. You know, I believe for an absolute fact that this company is a unicorn. Like I said, I've been here since June 2022. I got involved for the mere fact that our company, we wanted a way how to pay our brand ambassadors globally. Well, not globally, through the continent of Africa at the time when it was introduced to me. And I just thought this was just a no-brainer. However, to see how the company has expanded in this space of a time as something that truly is worth applauding. Now, I just want to wrap this up and saying, for those who are interested, just wanting to know more, this call is just to share the information. Reach out to me. I could share a short video with you so you can hear more from the CEO of the company, understand how you can become an investor, and then how the return on your investment. But there are three things that I believe for an absolute fact that you should wrap your mind around as you are taking a look and just absorbing this information. It's the fact that it's an innovative crypto and fintech ecosystem. We're disrupting a space that has been there for decades doing business the exact same way for decades, and we are coming in and shifting that up. When you think about crypto on the streets, you're going to think about Miracle Cash. You're going to see the stores popping up in major cities around the world. It's already happening in Europe for the fact that they already have things in place, the regulations, and we're the only company right now. Will there be others? Absolutely. But we're the first. And there's something about when you're among the first, because you don't see Google, you might have missed that Google moment or your Microsoft moment, your Facebook moment, right? But this is your miracle moment, and you could take advantage of that. You have an opportunity to have revenue sharing, where you create you a passive stream of income for life, because the bills aren't going away. Things are getting more expensive. I was speaking to my god sister earlier, who's telling me she is now spending $600 a month where she is. I remember when she was only paying 150 for her like her maintenance. I remember when it was 150. It's now 600. What about if you have to replace your roof? How much does it cost to replace your roof? What happens if you have, ladies and gentlemen, things are happening and it's up to you. The third thing that I would say, you have strategic expansion that's happening in the company. The potential for growth is exponential. As I speak about just the processing companies, that's just one piece of how you will be able to earn when you become an investor. You're earning from a Phoenix Hero Resort. You have the Miracle Estate. I mean, like I mentioned, there are 22 different entities under the umbrella. So I just want to encourage you guys. Thank you, Nisha, for jumping on. Thank you, John, for jumping on. I see you guys. I guess we could read the messages here. For those, if you want more info, drop me a message, guys. I'll be more than happy to share. Just wanted to get on here and let you all know there's something massive that's happening, and you have an opportunity to also be a part of it. And I believe for an absolute fact that you will be pleasantly pleased. At least you don't have to go through the headache and the frustration we had to go through all this time. Right, Marcus? I see you, man. And believe me, there's been some frustration, guys. So it hasn't been a smooth road. It hasn't been perfect, all right? Let me just be upfront with you. There's been a lot of headache. However, I can tell you, I see Roman. Hey, what's going on, Roman? That's a dear friend of mine. Share this with him. He looked at it. He said, Alton, it sounded complicated. However, he took a second look and he's like, Alton, if what you're telling me and this makes sense, then this is a no-brainer. He jumped on the plane. He flew out to the corporate office. He met the owners. And I can tell you, he was blown away right away. He has invested in putting things together. I'm jealous for the fact he speaks both English and German. I wish I spoke a second language. I speak Patois and that's about it, eh? But guys, I absolutely love you all. Thank you all for jumping on. For those who are watching this live, appreciate it. For those who are watching this on the replay, again, thank you for watching all the way to the end. And if you guys want to connect with me, feel free to catch up with me. If you like my shirt, yes, you can tell I'm high on the information. Hey guys, I love you all as always. May God continue to bless you all, and I see you all on the beaches of the world. Take care, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.